4th race. You're lined up for the biggest event of the compacts here this season.
Yep.
What are you thinking right now?
Kind of scared a little bit, but just hope I finish top 5.
That's all you can do, Bubby. Strap in, give it hell, all right?
Right.
All right, thanks, man. Good luck. Here with Rex Smith, winner of the first King of Compacts. Rex, you're starting deep in the field tonight. Do you think you can be the first 2-time winner?
I don't know. It's going to be hard. It's going to be real hard. I mean, starting way back here, I've been fighting this car. We had a good run going the heat race, and it just dropped the cylinder. We come back, unplug the throttle positioning sensor, runs fine. So it's unplugged now. I don't know within the first 5-10 laps if I'm going to be able to do anything. And if I don't, I'll probably end up peeling it off if it starts missing again.
All right, Bubba, we'll keep an eye on you. Good luck on becoming the first 2-time winner, all right?
Yep, thank you. I'm going to try like hell, though.
Give them hell, Bubby. Thanks. We got Willie Butler, last year's King of Compacts winner, defending champion this year. Willie, you had some motor troubles in hot laps, had to switch cars, starting deep in the field. Do you think you're going to be able to get it done, be the first 2-time winner?
Absolutely not. The heat race, it was bogging down real bad in the turns, and I'm just out here turning laps. I don't think I stand a chance, but that doesn't mean I ain't going to try.
Give them hell, Bub. Here with Bubba Gibson, the 2nd annual King of Compacts winner, strapping into his car right now. Bubba, you're starting a little deep back in the field. Do you think you got a shot at winning this race?
I feel pretty confident. This is about where I started when I won 2 years ago, so that's always good.
All right, a lot of tough cars here. A lot of them showed up tonight. You've been running good. You've been strong here all year. Give them hell, all right?
All right, thanks, buddy. It's going to be a challenge.
All right, man. Good luck.
Make sure you keep the camera on.
Trevor, you got to get in right here, bud. Let's walk and talk. Where are you going? Where are you going? Let's walk and talk.
All right.
We got Justin walking to his car. We're going to strap in. Starting 6th. Starting 6th here. You're lined up 6th. You're lined up 6th, buddy. We're saying 6 right now.
All right.
You think you got a shot at this?
No.
Why not?
Because it's broke.
What's broke?
Everything.
Run until it's all the way broke.
That's what's going to happen.
Wreckers or checkers?
It's probably going to be wreckers.
All
I
right.
was on flip. I'm good.
Atta baby. Strap in. Have fun. Come on, we'll walk and talk. Here with Austin Burton, starting 3rd in the 2013 King of Compacts race. Your first trip to Muller this year. Starting 3rd, that's a pretty good starting spot in this pretty good stout field. What do you think your chances are?
I don't know. It'll be tough. Got Lucas and the 7 in front of me, so.
He was running good in the heat race and the dash, so I figured you can probably give him a little bit of hell, huh?
I don't know. Lucas is a tough driver. Good.
All right, Bubby. Well, thanks for coming out to Muller. Thanks for coming to the King of Compacts. Good luck in the race, all right? All right, bud. Kyle, you started back in the heat race. You won your heat race, started back in the dash. Got caught up in a little traffic. Obviously got to 2nd place. You're starting outside row 1 of the King of Compacts. What do you think your chances are?
Lucas down here, he's tough. There's a lot of good cars, so I'm going to be smooth, try to get out front. If I can get behind him, I'm going to follow him, hopefully make some mistake, and main thing is just to finish.
Let's not have a repeat of last year.
No, we're not.
All right, bud. Good luck. Thanks. Lucas Jackson here, pole sitter, King of Compacts race. Got real good in the heat race, obviously real well in the dash, picked up that extra $200, courtesy of Allsup Masonry. Starting on the pole here tonight, what do you think your chances are here tonight?
Starting on the pole makes things a lot easier than coming from the back. I just hope I can get out in front of Kyle there quick, because he's quick too.
Seems like you guys are both worried about each other.
Yeah, I mean, you're always worried about the best. I would just like to get out on top, which he starts on the top, which it's unfortunate for me, but sometimes you gotta work with what you're given.
What's your strategy on the start here? You're gonna bring him down real slow and hope you can jump out on him, quicker pace. What better suits your car?
I don't know. I know he's a 5-speed, so that I can listen when he shifts into his final drive gear and get him then, so he can't take off from a lower gear.
All right, buddy. Well, hopefully everything works out for you. Maybe we'll talk to you in victory lane here in a few laps.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Your 2013 King of Compacts is going up.
for the new crown to our new king of the compacts. King Kyle Purdy.
Down low. Give me a drink.
Burn that flag. God. Here with 2013 King Compacts winner, Kyle. That was an exciting race, buddy. You guys battled up front for the first half of the race. You was behind him, saw an opening, passed him, led the second half. Take us into the white flag lap, because obviously that was the most interesting.
You know, I knew that he was back there. I felt him push me. I knew he was going to dive bomb me. That's what he did. I thought it was a little harder than I wanted. And so when we was coming out of 4, I contemplated, what do I do? And I wanted to win, so I just had to turn him. I think about what would the not the NASCAR guy, but what would anybody else do in that position and win the big money, their biggest race of the season, the biggest race of their career. And I just had to do it and let the track officials make the call.
I'd have done the same thing. I was actually happy to see you did that. Nothing against Lucas. No. You guys raced hard, like you said. You guys got into it down here. He come into you. As old Ty Cobb said, paybacks are hell.
Yeah, me and Lucas talked earlier, and I said, man, that heat race, I was bumping off some guys. I hate hitting people. I just don't know my style of racing. And he said, well, you ain't out there to make friends, and so I hope he remembers that. Well,
you got a lot of sponsors on the side of this good-looking little hot rod you got. Let's hear them.
Bowling Automotive, they've helped me with everything. We got Mac Tools with Ogden, County Line Customs, Premier Powder Coating, Diamond Cut Lawn Care, and Stado Fabricating.
All right, buddy. For the next year, you get to be King Kyle, so congrats. You're the 4th winner of it. Thought maybe, we didn't know if we'd have a chance at a 2-time winner, but obviously you held him off for that, so congrats to you and your team.
Yeah.
And
thanks. I don't know what maybe it for the compacts. This is what I wanted, and now that I got it, we'll see what happens next year.
All right, buddy. Congratulations. Yeah. Here with Lucas Jackson, 2nd place finisher at King Compacts this year. Lucas, you led probably the first half of the race. Kyle Purdy got past you there. You guys had a pretty tight battle going on. What happened there on the last lap?
Well, I don't think he would ever got past me, but he was throwing it in there so hard that I figured he was going to take me out. I figured I'd give away the lap money, let him lead every lap, then I'd try to make my move on the last lap, and I did. And I leaned on him a little bit, and then he deliberately went wide open into turn 3, and you'll see the video. I probably would have took the checkers, but I would have been okay with coming home 2nd if he'd have went into 3 and leaned on me how I did him in 1 and 2. That would have been racing. But turning me around in 3 and 4 is not racing.
I got to talk to him after the race. He said he got to talking to you after the heat races. He said he was out there not beating on, but bumping with a couple guys and stuff like that. And he said he doesn't like to race like that. I talked to him after the feature. He said he still doesn't like to race like that. He said he put himself in a spot of, if he was in 2nd place, or if he was in your position and you were him, what would happen to him? He said he felt that exactly what happened, what would have happened. Not necessarily you, but just the driver in 2nd place going for the big win of the King of Compacts. He also said that when you guys were talking, you guys said you guys was out there to race and not make friends. Does that still hold true, or?
Racing's not a sport where you make friends, but you try to be respectful to everyone else too. I come here with friends, but when you get on the track, you don't have friends. It's racing then. But you still be respectful and give people their space. I don't know, that was ridiculous.
All right, buddy, well, I'm sorry it ended the way it did for you. 2nd place still ain't too bad in this field of cars tonight. Obviously, you wanted to come out on top with the checkers, but whatever it may be you want to call it, racing happens. Surely you got some guys here watching us, so I know you got some help. You got anybody you want to thank?
First and foremost, I want to thank Daryl Burton for giving me the ride that I have. He pays for everything. I wouldn't be here without him. I wouldn't have half the car I do without him. He's such a great guy. There's so many people to thank. I just can't. Top Notch Carts, Slacker Fabrications, and that's about it.
All right, buddy. Well, hope to see you out here maybe once or twice the rest of the season. Maybe we'll catch up with you other places. If not, good luck to you the rest of the season, and maybe next year at King of Compacts you can come out on top.
Well, I'll see Kyle Purdy again, and I know what he'll do if he's in 2nd now.
All right, buddy. Thanks, man.
That shit.
Here with Rex Smith, hard charger tonight at the King of Compacts. Rex, you started deep in the field. We talked to you before the feature. You come up there to 4th or 5th. I'm not really sure where it was, but I know you come up through the field.
I think it was somewhere in that area. I just tried to stay out of trouble. That was the main thing in that feature, was to try to stay out of trouble. And, the guys that raced McLean, that was awesome. That was probably one of the hardest races I ever ran. Well, you know, about lap 10, I lost almost all my brakes.
You get them a little hot, or did you actually bust a line? Or?
I think I busted the rear line, so all I had was front brake. So then, you know, I couldn't drive it in as hard as I wanted to, so I had to kind of let the car flow through the corner. But, you know, I had to change my driving style a little bit. But, you know, everybody, like I said, ran real clean. It was a clean race from what I saw. You know, there was an issue on the backstretch. I'm not for sure on that last lap. I could see it, but me and Gibson was sitting there running, and we was catching. I saw the 3rd and 4th place, and I noticed we was catching them. And I said, well, I'm really not going to try to pressure him because I noticed we was catching him. So I figured if we stayed nose tail, we'd have a better chance to running them down. Because I think me and Gibson was at least, you know, I don't know if we was as fast as Kyle and Lucas, but I think we was at least 2nd and 3rd, I believe. I mean, I believe we was actually that fast. It just sucks in the heat race. We're, you know, trying to play catch up all night, drawing a bad number, and, you know, trying to play catch up. But I am real excited about tonight, and I think it went real well for us. And congratulations, Kyle Purdy. I mean, you know, couldn't happen to a better guy. Like Kyle, I've raced him probably more than I've raced anybody in a compact. And, you know, he's you know, he deserves it. He earned it.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for taking time to talk to us. Congrats on being the G&G Express hard charger of the evening. Maybe next year we'll get another shot. Maybe you can be the first 2-time winner again next year, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We're working on a few deals for next year. We're going to have a multi-car team with a Harris, which I'm driving his car now. It ain't even my car. So we're working on having a multi-car team now. So we're going to be we're just going to work on it over this winter and see what happens.
All right, buddy. Well, like I said, thanks for taking time to talk to us, and we'll see you around.
All right, I want to thank DRC and Moeller.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.